Still the window open? Alright. That should have worked.
It still says it's offline, so I'm waiting.
It's not receiving the content. Alright, it says I'm live.
Oh. It's unlisted now. Okay. It's working. It's working.
Alright, awesome.
It was working, and then it's offline again. Wait. Okay, I see it now.
Okay, that's weird.
It's working 100%.
Alright.
So yeah, just stream the video. Just like do the camping video.
Alright. I'm gonna get some. Do you need like background music, or should I just do like a Muji thing?
I don't care. You can't. Just do that one. I can see what you're doing.
Alright.
I'm just listening to like a dark piano 1 hour loop, so that's what I'm listening to. Yeah, that one works. Just saying, like I'm like 30 seconds behind, so I don't know where you are.
Just whenever we get to where I have the campfire back full screen and see if everything's working out well.
It is now. Everything's working completely fine. Take it off unlisted. Or can you?
You can hear me, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Where did my light go? There we are. Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and post it on Twitter.
Still says it's unlisted. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm still like super behind, so I'm just gonna listen to you.
Alright.
Okay. I'll share it on Twitter as well.
Awesome.
Eesh. Now we wait.
Alrighty.
So we'll get into, questions, and we'll definitely get into the Slender Man incident that I just encountered whenever we get some more people. So, because I think it's just us.
Why is it private? It shouldn't be private.
It doesn't say anything on mine. You accidentally put it on private instead of public?
I don't think so. Might have had the wrong link up there though.
Oh. I mean, I posted the right link. No, it's fine. It's not on private or anything. It's completely fine.
You use the Twitter link I sent?
I just went to the video. See, there's another person watching. Hello, other person. But I just used the link on the video, not that link. Like I said, I'm 30 seconds behind.
Alright.
Link on the actual video. Hello, other person. I don't know who you are. Welcome. He's gone. Great job, Connor.
Oh, yeah, great. I'm sure there's two people watching on my screen.
Okay, look. Go to the video. Go to the actual video, not that. Actual video on your channel. Actual video, not that. Actual video on your channel. Actual video, not that. Okay, now share that link. Actual video. Hello. How are you, Lone Recruit? Welcome to this podcast/stream. I just still trying to figure it out, so don't mind this. How are you, Lone Recruit? Welcome to this podcast/stream. I just still trying to figure it out, so don't mind this. How are you?
Alright, I know Lone Recruit. He's a good friend now.
Okay, cool.
Alright, he's the one that termed the Night Army, which is what I call my followers now. Yeah, because Bats and Ghouls, I thought that was so stupid sounding. And then I saw him in the comments say Night Army, and I was like, yes, that is awesome.
That's cool. That's a good little fandom name.
Yeah, it sounds really cool. Alright, the music is all good and everything?
Yeah. I mean, I have the video on mute because I get an echo, so.
Alright, I'm just gonna get my phone real quick so I can go ahead and monitor the chat.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, just keep it full screen. It'll be fine. So, Lone Recruit, if you got any questions, please feel free to ask. We got some topics that Edge and I are going to go over, but we're going to wait for a couple more people so that we can just kind of talk. So, yeah. Nope.
Alright, so you need to get some stuff set up. Alright. Yeah, Lone Recruit, that's Spades of Death.
Yeah. Okay, we got.
Yep, we got two people watching now.
Yep.
I understand, Lone Recruit. I don't have the best of internet either.
Nice to meet you, Lone Recruit. I'm a good friend of Edge, so.
Yeah, you can go subscribe to him or not. I know, it doesn't really matter.
Please don't.
Yeah, honestly, you probably shouldn't. He's kind of weird.
I am a very interesting person. Hey, Spook Scares, how are you?
Oh, hello, friend. Yeah, I'm gonna be up till probably like 5 a.m. recording all the stuff I need to get recorded now.
Oh my gosh.
Because I have collabs and then personal stuff I have to get narrated.
Thanks.
Then editing all tomorrow. Busy.
Nice. So, we're just gonna wait for a couple more people, and then we'll start with some topics that we got. So, if you guys have got any questions, please feel free to ask. But for now, we're just gonna kind of hang out.
Yeah. It always feels really weird being live in front of people, you know, because like when you're recording and stuff, you get to edit out your mistakes. But here it's all fresh and uncut. And unless well, even if like immediately take down my stream, it's gonna like see a mistake I make. So I have to be really careful to, you know, keep to our rules about, you know, no politics, because I saw how that went. Not saying anything too offensive, like that last close call.
Well, also, I don't think I could ever do a live reading because I stutter too much. So
yeah,
that's just me.
I might try that eventually, but it might just go down just like my other narrations, just utter stuttering the entire time. Like once I'm done with everything, it's less than half of what the original thing was. The original,
and then editing is so, it's annoying.
Yeah, I'll spend quite a few hours on it.
I mean, video editing is fun and easy, but audio editing is just like...
Yeah. Well, with me, the video editing only takes like 15 minutes.
Yeah, and it's fun,
not including exporting and rendering and everything, but audio editing takes hours on hours on hours.
Yeah. I'm gonna post this link on Discord and see if anybody, you know.
Alrighty. Alright, do y'all have any topics you want us to talk about? Because we have a few good ones, including the new Slender Man movie, stuff like that. I mean, I'm blanking out what we had. We're going to talk about
something
Logan
just
Paul
happened
a little
to me
bit.
with the Slender Mans that I want to talk about. So I guess I want to ask you guys before I start the Slender Man. What are your guys' views on the Slender Man movie?
We have 4 people in now.
Yeah. Me personally, I don't think this movie is going to be very good. Especially whenever they said on Twitter that, well, yeah, they said it's the creepypasta.
Yeah. I just realized that Clancy Pasta is streaming right now.
Oh,
so
nice.
I don't expect a lot of traffic, which that isn't a bad thing, including this is you know, the second one I've been on.
Yeah.
There's a movie? Yeah, there's a movie coming out. I think it's literally just called The Slender Man or Slenderman or something, based on the creepypasta Slenderman. And there's a lot of mixed feelings. There's a few people said, oh, it's gonna be great. And then everyone I've talked to about it that's actually a part of the community, like avid listeners and then also other narrators and stuff, they don't like it. Because they're not correctly displaying what the community is. They're saying that this is the creepypasta, you know, like this is on the forefront of everything. And this hasn't been relevant since like 2013.
Yeah.
Which is shockingly 5 years ago.
5? Oh yeah, 5.
Yeah. 5 years.
Hey!
Oh, hi Miss Catmac.
How are you?
Wow.
Yeah, I remember there was a game for it.
There's a few. There was one by Blue Isle Studio, which I actually enjoyed, which was Slenderman: The Arrival. Which I actually like Blue Isle Studios. They also did Valley, which is a good game. But then there was Slenderman: The 8 Pages, which that one wasn't bad. Although I downloaded it a long time ago and I got it on some shady website and ended up getting a virus, so I didn't play it for very long. Yeah, 2013 was 5 years ago.
I know.
Spades and I were talking about that, and like after school, what was that, Friday? Like talking about how 2008 was 10 years ago, and then 2010 was 8 years ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah, back in the live stream. We're gonna be doing one with a lot of more people eventually, I think. It's just, this is my first time hosting one, and my second time being on one, so yeah, time does march on quickly.
This is my first time being on somebody else's live stream, so
yeah. I'm just trying to make sure I don't move my mouse and stuff, so I don't, mess it up.
That happened to me, so.
Actually, no, I'm gonna turn off my mouse. It's gonna show up for a second, but oh, actually,
okay.
That was pretty neat.
Oh.
Alright, we're still at 4. Alright, this might be as big as this is pretty much gonna get, so we can go ahead and start on this. So, yes, do y'all know about the Slender Man movie, and if so, what's your opinion on it? Alright, Lone Recruit said he'll give it a shot. Yes, we have the same video. Because I like.
We can get to a certain part.
Yeah.
Only like a few. Was Miss Cat there?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was. Miss Cat Mag just said, "I just recently heard about the movie." Yeah, it's gotten both on, it's gotten a lot of reactions on both sides.
Defining creepypasta.
Yeah,
that deserves a movie.
I can't agree with that. I think that's just plain wrong. It has been relevant since a long time ago.
I mean, there's a lot of, I wouldn't say creepypastas, but there's a lot of stories that can be
more defining.
Definitely movie based, yeah.
Yeah, and definitely wants to be better at being a movie adaptation,
Yeah.
I mean, if you actually read the Slender Man story, it's not that well written. It's not like the pinnacle of creepypasta writing.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd have to read it.
Miss Cat Mac said, I heard it was similar to The Ring, or the scare factors like The Ring. I haven't watched The Ring yet. Man, I really need to start watching horror movies now that I have Netflix. But before that, I haven't, had the opportunity to watch many horror movies other than I've seen Split, It, the original Exorcist, and that might just be it in terms of horror movies, which I love them. Those actually got me scared, because it's been a while since I've been scared by creepypastas.
One horror movie that I'm looking forward to is the A Quiet Place. That one looks really good.
That looks so good.
Mm.
The trailers for that one were, I saw in the movie
original
theater.
idea looks pretty good, and the theater, like, it just went to dead silence whenever that trailer was playing.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a trailer. Imagine the movie.
There was a trailer for that whenever we went to see the other movie just a couple weeks ago. The last week before Christmas break was back up.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
Hopefully it can live up.
The video games of Slender Man aren't that scary to me, Miss Catmac said. Yeah, I have to agree with you there. I played the 8 pages.
5 years.
Yeah, I played the 8 pages, and that one was boring. Wasn't really scary. And then I played Slender Man: The Arrival. That one was more scary. Blue Owl Studio did a good job with that one, but yeah, it wasn't the scariest game I played. Lone Recruit 221 said, I guess it's like comparing a book with a movie. Not the same, I guess. Yeah, true. I can see how they can make it into a movie adaptation. I just don't see how it could be, like
finding creepypasta.
Yeah, I think it could even be good, but I just don't think it will. It has the potential.
Well, even if it's good, why is it rated PG-13, and why are they saying this is the defining creepypasta? It's not.
No,
maybe 5 years ago it is, but I mean, that's 5 years ago. Times have changed. I wouldn't even say creepypastas are defining in the horror community. It's now true scary stories.
Yeah, which is kind of sad to me, you know, because when I
Hey,
got back
After
into
Dark,
this,
how are you?
I think I started on creepypastas and horror itself back in 2010, I want to say. Which, if you look back on, I think that's when Mr. Creepypasta very first started uploading. But I didn't find him until like 2011 or 2012. And hey, After Dark Analysis.
Yeah, I was starting to go into a rant. I think we can start, and let's just start with Slender Man, because that's kind of what we're getting into.
Yeah.
So, yeah, honestly, I just don't see how it's a defining creepypasta. That's just on me. And why is it rated PG-13? And I think you said, yeah, exactly.
It's actually going to be rated PG-13?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong, but...
Great. That's just...
True.
Great.
That is true, Miss Mac. But is it the best one?
Yeah, because... I mean, I guess that people would recognize that one more than others, but... Yeah, I could see how that could be it. But I just don't think it would be like the creepypasta, or even the best one to do it. And also, you know, I think this could hurt the horror, especially the creepypasta community, in a couple ways. First of all, I think that just getting a whole bunch of new people who will expect it to be mostly about Slender Man, and mostly about something that hasn't been relevant since 2013, they would be disappointed, and I think it'd bring some negativity into here. But also, another thing I just thought of today is it could drag up that whole thing that happened with, remember those 3 girls where they stabbed that other one?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm worried that that's going to come back up. Remember the scare that happened with that? The Mr. Creepypasta live stream where they're donating money just to, you know, make sure that they weren't going to get in trouble for this and that Creepypasta would stay okay. And bring a lot larger audience. I think news are going to start getting after that again, like bringing that back up. And
yeah,
I could see how that could be kind of hurtful to the community.
Well, I've already encountered some people saying that, like, oh, what are you talking about? Which I'll explain later.
Yeah, it's just, I don't even think it's a scary story. I don't even think it's a good story itself, like the way it's written.
Yeah, After Dark analysis. Definitely PG-13 movies can work. But yeah, it could. I definitely can see the new Slender Man being lame gore, but I don't know. It depends.
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna be building much atmosphere. You know, I could be completely wrong. You know, I could be 100% wrong, and I'll take that. But
well, that's the thing. It's Sony. Sony brought us Emoji Movie, so... Wait.
Sony?
Yeah, it's Sony doing it, dude.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So I have very little hope.
Yeah, my hope for this have just gotten lower. My expectations have dropped. Yeah, a girl can dream, yeah.
Let me read the hate comments I kind of have gotten. So just for clarification, I commented on the Slender Man trailer saying why they couldn't have picked they could have picked so many other creepypastas that actually deserve a movie, not this. And so I just kind of rambled on, and then this is some of the comments I've gotten. Yeah, it's just, these are kind of long, but they're basically saying how, like what Miss Cat said, which I do agree, that it's one of the most popular creepypastas, but it says that it's a all-time star, and they just ramble on.
And before you go on, I just want to say, Sony's like the EA of movie development. Just putting that out there.
This is what this guy says. That's much shorter. Some other dude keeps going, rambling on. Bro, you do not know what you're saying. Slender Man is the most famous and loved creepypasta, and you say this is not a good idea for a creepypasta fan base? LOL, please. I don't think he knows who I am.
No. And wasn't there someone who just said that I don't think you know anything, or yeah, someone was basically saying that you didn't know anything about creepypastas. I don't think they even looked at your username or your channel or anything.
They're about to have a rude awakening.
Yeah.
And the fact that half of the horror community is, they're not really happy for this movie.
No. Even if it's a good movie, I still won't be happy with them making a movie about it. Like I said,
it's
like
the creepypasta. Don't get me wrong, Slender Man is it's better than Jeff the Killer, you know, and all that. But I mean, come on, it's not. Is it that much better?
Jeff the Killer is one of the worst stories I have ever written in the history of anything ever. The only thing worse than that are the off-spins of like Jane the Killer, and basically girls like, oh, I want to be a serial psychopathic killer right next to Jeff the Killer, so I'm gonna write a fan fiction about it. The only good one that's ever been done about Jeff the Killer is Vincent Vinacava's one. I think it's actually called Go to Sleep or something like that. But I know MCP did a narration of that, and that was actually excellent because it didn't have much of Jeff the Killer in it. LemonCrew221 said, "Ha, haters. Go figure so. In your guys' opinion, what creepypasta would be best? I'm not sure myself. What creepypasta be best for a movie?
I have an idea. Well, probably not the best for a movie, but it could work. But it would probably, the rating would not be I'm just gonna say Baraska. It can work, but it's gonna be really messed up. But it could be a really good movie at the same time.
That would be rated R. Just saying.
Oh, it would be rated way R.
Another thing I was thinking of was Pen Pal.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Which is one, I'm gonna be narrating that once I'm out of all these collabs and get caught up with my live stream schedule, or not live stream, my upload schedule. I'm gonna be doing Pen Pal.
The thing is with some creepypastas is that they're short, and I don't know how long Slenderman it is, but honestly, I think some of these like 10 to 15 minute creepypastas belong more into a short film, not a 2-hour movie. I don't know how long Slenderman is, but I'm expecting that it can't be too long.
It's gonna be very repetitive too.
Yeah, but if you want a good movie, you're gonna need a good story, like a long good story, like Pen Pal or based on Baraska.
Yeah. And in the short stories short films have been amazing for the ones I've seen, and they choose good ones. They don't choose things like Slenderman. Well, actually, there have been ones about Slenderman, which have been okay. It's just some guy in a white morph suit with a suit on. But yeah, that's all we need. All we need is short films. We don't need movies.
Yeah, Slenderman isn't really a long creepypasta. I wouldn't even say it's a creepypasta. It's just kind of saying it's more of an SCP.
Ooh, After Dark Analysis brought up something cool. The SCP Foundation could be interesting, but it'd be seriously complicated to do right. Which is true, that's another thing we're going to talk about, SCPs, eventually. And then Miss Cat Max said, Baraska would be turned into a movie similar to Saw, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I definitely agree.
But I mean, it could be a good movie.
Yeah, just the whole atmosphere of that. The only thing, you can't get the crappy child actors. You have to get the good child actors like they had in It and Stranger Things and stuff.
Sandlot, which you still haven't seen, and what other Stand By Me.
Yeah, Stand By Me was great. That was a great movie.
Yeah. I think I can't confirm, but there's an intro, like an anime type intro on SCP, which is really good. And I think the guy was originally going to do an SCP anime, but it never went through. It looks really interesting. But that's the next best thing. SCP should definitely be turned into a series.
Yeah. Although, go back to the anime thing. Anime? No. Just
better
no.
than nothing.
You know how I am about anime, though.
Yeah.
I wish anime was purged from the world.
You better watch your stuff.
Yeah, I know a lot of narrators watch anime because we all like staying inside and talking to actual people is hard, which I understand. the main reason I want anime purged from the world is because I can see myself getting extremely addicted to it, having a body pillow in my waifu, going to VR chat as an anime girl, and yeah, I've already gone too far. I'm just gonna say that. That's it.
So Spook Scare says they done good. They did a good job choosing the kid actors in it. Definitely agree, 100%.
Those were
good. The only actor that I don't think fit it was Stan. I think he was a Jewish kid. Looking back at it, he wasn't that good, but during the movie, I didn't notice at all. But all actors were really nice, very well chosen.
Yeah, I could see where you're going with that one. Thinking back on it, he was kind of cliche and just something you'd expect out of an '80s movie about kids, which that's kind of what they're going for. But I mean, like, yeah, I could see that could be better. But overall, I think that's one of the best child acting movies of 2017, right? Yeah, 2017.
Oh yeah, it was like on child chemistry, you know, like friend chemistry and everything. It was like good type of like legendary status up there with Stanlot, Stranger Things, what else? Stand By Me type chemistry.
Yeah. I mean, that one's gonna be legendary for quite a while. Of course, you can't really go wrong with Stephen King movies, unless it was that one about the car that gains sentience.
Honestly, it's half and half. I've seen it. Really depends. Most of the stories, don't get me wrong, his stories wise are really good, but the movies can be 50-50.
Yeah, there's a few I've seen, like was it Charlotte or something, about the car that was sentient and like killing people. Cujo, that one was good.
Shining, which is like
Christine.
Yeah.
I think that sounds right. Yeah.
But then you have like gems like The Shining, which I don't think you agree, but it's considered to be like one of the best horror movies of all time.
Oh, the acting was atrocious. I'm sorry, but I wanted to kill myself.
The acting was amazing.
The story was good, but the acting, I turned on the blender and just I had turned on the blender. I was about to shove my face in there from hearing that woman scream and her flailing her arms around while she was trapped in the bathroom and looking like a kid having a spasm while wetting herself. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. I don't want to offend anybody. Please don't sue me.
The Shining, the first part of the acting was like off, you know, and I agree with you. It was bad, like really bad in the first part. But then once everything snaps, it was like, oh dang.
Yeah. Oh, and that final image of Johnny frozen outside, I actually burst out laughing.
That was pretty funny.
Because it was silly. It was silly.
Yeah.
I really need to read The Shining. My dad has a collection of Stephen King books, and I started. Whoa, that was weird. I started reading The Stand, but that's like over 1,000 pages long.
Yeah.
So I have to restart. I got like 300 pages in, and I haven't read it since like sophomore year after summer, in the summer.
Yeah. My dad is obsessed, or was obsessed with Stephen King, and true story, he wasn't going to name one of my optional names for my mother was some evil kid in, I don't remember what it was, but it was some evil name in one of Stephen King's book, and my dad didn't want my name to be that because of that sole reason, because it was an evil kid.
Oh, really?
In the book. Yeah. I think it was like Ethan or something, but yeah.
I can't see your dad being a huge Stephen King King fan.
He gave me his collection, and it's like over like 50.
Does he have like all the extended collections too?
Yeah, he has like the Dark Towers. I don't know all of them, but he has a lot. He used to have some, but I think it's in like boxes.
Yeah, I really need to start reading those.
Yeah.
There was also Maximum Overdrive, but most act like that doesn't exist. I haven't heard of that.
Either.
Probably Caleb from Pet Cemetery. Was it Caleb?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Pet Cemetery. Now I've heard of that one. That's about that kid.
That is, I think, that is considered to be Stephen King's scariest book.
That's the one about the kid bringing his pet back to life, or is it about bringing...
The movie, I don't think the movie is too scary, but I've heard the book is, like, extremely scary. That's just what I've heard.
Alright. And that's the one about, like, bringing the dog back or something. I think the kid
dies.
Oh.
I think the kid, like, the main kid dies, and then the dad, like, you know, reanimates him or something, like, brings him back to life, but the kid's not the same.
Oh, that's right. It's like the kid dies. That's it. Yeah, that sounds pretty spooky.
Yeah. I think, was it Pet Cemetery, or it was something about like an arsonist person? They're redoing a movie. They're remaking a movie, but it's a Stephen King. So I don't remember. I'm asking you guys. It was either like an arsonist movie or it was a Pet Cemetery. Oh yeah, I've heard Pet Cemetery was really good. Firestarter, that's right. That's right. Yeah, that's a remake. It's either a remake or they're doing it for the first time. But that one was pretty good as well.
As soon as you said about a pyro, I keep thinking about Fahrenheit 1451, I think it's called. It was one of those required reading books I used to read because I was an absolute nerd. But it was about this fireman whose job it was to start fires. So that way, you know, his whole battalion of firefighters could get money and stuff. And that was a really good book. It turned out to, like, it was a deep book, you know, kind of like George Orwell's 1984 and those kind of books. But damn, that was a good book. And plus, you know, who doesn't like fire?
My sister got that book for Christmas, and I've never read it before.
Can your sister even read?
What? Yeah, she reads.
Like complicated book? I've talked to her. She doesn't seem like she reads complicated books.
I mean, that's what she does. She's reading the Fahrenheit thing.
I'm surprised. She seems like all she would read is those gossip magazines. Your sister's not watching this, right? She's not gonna show up at my house with a gun. Alright, cool.
Not that I know of.
Or is her sister Miss Catmac now? You know, she just... I don't know where I was going with that. No, never mind, I just dropped that.
She hacked into that.
Ooh, uber hacked. Your sister is a hacker. Oh, is it on Netflix? I'll have to watch that sometime. And, you know, because I have to watch it on my phone because I'm not allowed to watch horror movies on the TV because Satan.
Well, actually, my sister says that she wants to be an OB nurse. It's pretty interesting.
What now? Really?
Nurse. Yeah.
So she's... You're right, I'm not trying to get too much in your personal life, never mind. I was gonna talk about like where she was.
I was saying. Anyway.
But wow, I haven't talked to her in like a year, so I guess.
Anyway.
Alright, so after talking about that, I think we were gonna touch on Logan Paul, that Logan Paul incident just a bit. If you want to start on that.
I don't want to dwell on this too much. Yeah. I do want to keep this more horror-based, but I was thinking about how this was going to affect the horror community in the sense of how this is going to come back. YouTube already basically hates us, let's admit it. So how is it going to affect us more? I think Elder said this. Was it Elder? It was somebody that said how it's just going to place more restrictions, you know, on us.
Yeah, I completely agree.
But at the same time, when is it too far that we're taking it farther than him taking that video, if that makes sense? I mean, I don't agree with him at all, what he did. But are we going to take it farther than what he did in that video? You know, saying that, oh, kill yourself and all this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. So. And, like, I completely disagree with having a dead body in the video and using it as clickbait and making jokes and, you know, like, getting up next to the body and stuff, disrespecting it, basically. I have problems with that. But off of that, I can see this coming back on the horror community in a couple ways of YouTube now censoring horror communities more than it was before. You know, like, You've seen Creepypasta have to go through all sorts of hoops to not get his videos demonetized. Hangman.
Yeah.
The title Hangman was censored. He censored the A, so he wouldn't get demonetized.
Well,
Are you kidding me? Hangman.
Maybe YouTube should stop just looking at what the video, like the actual title, and actually watch the video before letting them upload. You know?
Yeah. And that's just that's a narration. We're not actually showing a dead body and getting views because of an actual death. Alright, so I think that's pretty much enough on that. I didn't want to spend too much time on that.
I was gonna talk about or just bring up SCPs and just kind of talk about them because I'm starting SCP on my channel.
Yeah, and surprisingly, it seems like not a lot of horror narrators or other horror fanfics really know too much about it. Although it seems like everybody in this chat pretty much knows about it, at least now, since we got on that by a completely coincidence. We got on that.
Yeah, I was just opening up my, my channel and such, so I was gonna start doing some SCPs, and I was just gonna talk about some really interesting ones. So I was gonna pull some up and not live read it, but just kind of talk about it.
Yeah. After Doc Analysis says, highly doubt it. Most horror communities show respect for death because it's too demonetized. It's so demonetized. Yeah. I really do hope this doesn't come back and bite us.
Yeah.
But that whole thing about, they took down PewDiePie's YouTube Red show. I'm trying to not get too... Alright, because technically, from what I've read, I haven't gone and looked at everything yet. But apparently he didn't break any of YouTube's rules and regulations, and he lost his YouTube Red show. And Logan Paul broke YouTube's rules and regulations, and he still has his YouTube Red show, and he had his channel. Did he take down his channel?
No, he still has his channel up.
Alright.
From what I understand, they gave him a warning. I don't know if his Red channel is still up, Logan Paul, but I know they gave him a warning. Yeah. And like a strike and everything, so... Anyway, so with an SCP that I wanted to talk about, some like world-ending SCPs, was an SCP called SCP-498. And so basically what it is, it's an alarm clock that every, I believe, 11 minutes, the alarm goes off, but it gets louder and louder, every 11 minutes. But there needs to be somebody there that resets the clock so that it stops getting louder. So this is world-ending because if somebody isn't, there resetting it, just imagine each time, every 11 minutes, it's going to get louder and louder and louder, and soon nothing can stop it because we can't get close to it.
Yeah, then, like once it reaches certain decibels, it could have earthquakes and stuff like that. Because I'm guessing, it being an SCP, it has no limits.
Yeah.
Which, those are one of my favorite ones, those world-ending ones, because it's really interesting how people can craft these.
Not even world-ending, imagine, like, universe-ending, because it can just destroy everything with sound.
Yeah, technically, because I'm assuming it can't be destroyed, or else I'm sure they would have destroyed it by now.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I know, technically in the lore, they try their hardest to not destroy SCPs, but whenever something's as dangerous as that is, then... they probably might.
But believe it or not, its object class is safe because it's understood.
Yeah.
So like one of those interesting things, with SCPs.
I just want to read two of these things. Part of the Angry Toads, and they started doing SCPs. They're doing all of them from 1 all the way through. Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, then After Dark Analysis said, long story short, lost my channel for a week. YouTube never gave me a reason. Hence why I'm still in the process of changing my name. That sucks, man. I'm really sorry about that. I can't imagine that, just because I've grown so much in the past few weeks, which, man, I haven't made a video since then to talk about that, which I might talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, I can't imagine losing my channel, because right now it's like the only thing keeping me from monotony. From basically just feeling like every day is just repeating and the exact same. It's the only thing, keeping me from that is seeing something like my channel grow, which has been really amazing. And you know, Swamp Dweller first started me, very first person, you know, to really get me out there. Then after that, it was Mr. Davis, and even Phantom of Darkness, you know, who I've been a fan of for a while, even before I even considered narrating. So I can't imagine what that's like.
Yeah. I mean, I've run into some problems with YouTube, but never them deleting my channel.
Yeah, and we're going to get into that later as well, which I've actually, you know, that's been another thing delaying me, is that and Keeters are super fun. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Oh, and
I found the perfect one for you, After Dark Analysis, but what were you gonna say?
And After Dark Analysis said, also love it when things go from safe to something else. That is always awesome.
Yeah.
I've seen only
so
one of
those. I just found the perfect one for After Dark Analysis. So it's SCP-1048, Object Class Safe, stretched out to Keter. And so It's basically this teddy bear that, like, it played off, you know, just a normal teddy bear kind of way. It was innocent, but it was, like, alive until all of a sudden it started duplicating. And so then there's, like, 10 of these guys running around. And then staff tried to, like, contain them, and they started screaming at, like, a high-pitched sound that just kills everybody. And so they had to evacuate the site. And now it's been like a couple months to years, and they don't know how many has duplicated. Yeah. There's just like, there could be thousands of them running around at like an abandoned site, screaming at anybody that just like decides to come in.
Imagine like just walking through and discovering that, oh, what's in this building? Death of teddy bears who are screaming.
Ugh.
Alright, we're down to 5 viewers now, so we need to keep this interesting, man. Keep them in here.
I'm bringing the SCPs.
Yeah, high-powered weapons.
Love SCPs.
Alright, After Dark Analysis said, luckily I got it back with 0 strikes. The whole thing was just confusing. Try to help anyone with YouTube issues as much as possible now. Yeah, I understand, man. Oh, welcome, Heather. You're awesome, you're always there. And now we're back to 6. Yes. Alrighty. Yeah, you kind of came in at a weird time. You'll do awesome, Eon. Lots of people to see it. No worries. Thanks, Lone Recruit.
Yeah.
We need to get you up there, Spades. Because you were doing much better than I was until you had a... Ooh, sorry about that. Until you had a shut down for a little while.
Yeah, that slowed down my portraits video, which I really enjoyed, but I just overtook it, or my news video just got more views. It has like 80 views now, while my portraits only has 60, and the portraits has been around for 1 week. But during that week, I had to deal with some YouTube problems, and I've learned my lesson, but it's all good.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that's over.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Yeah. So basically, it was just the stereotypical, honestly, what you hear most of the time, with some authors not being too happy with me posting their story, and so I didn't get any copyright strikes, but essentially everything just got worked out. It was just that it was more scary than actually happening. So yeah, I just had to take a forced break, I guess, for a week.
Alright, sorry about that. I had to change the volume on the ambience. It was a little bit too loud. I didn't want to, you know, drown our voices down in the chat. Or not in the chat, but like down in the live stream.
But yeah, I'm hoping that with SCPs, I can try to get back on my feet. And honestly, I think my newest video shows that people are still watching my channel. It was just that with portraits, I stopped watching. And I did lose quite a bit of subscribers, but I'm back up to, I think, 150 now. So I think everything's going to be fine. And then with SCPs, I'll open up my audience, and I'll also do 2 videos a week. So everything will be good to go.
Yeah, I just have to get everything caught up, which is such awful timing, you know, guys. Like, as soon as I started launching, I started getting behind on my schedule due to personal things, and everything's been late, and I've been trying to make a video to where I have something recognizing that I got my 100 subscribers, even though now I'm close to 300, which blows my mind. Yeah, I'm just trying to get everything caught up, and once I do that, I'm gonna try to be moving to 2 uploads a week.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it'll be a little bit more difficult, but I feel like I have to do that now since I've done a really crap job, which one of my New Year's resolutions isn't in terms of subscribers, like you'd have other narrators doing it, like posting, New Year's resolution, I'm gonna get 5,000 more subs. Because honestly, if I don't gain another sub ever again, I'd be happy where I am. You know, I'd keep doing this.
Yeah. Honestly, if I just have 10 subscribers, I would be happy.
Yeah. So getting a huge amount of subscribers, while flattering and means I'm reaching more people, it isn't what keeps me doing this. What's keeping me doing this is people already have just one person watching, you know. But my New Year's resolution is to, you know, get my schedule down actually, and have set days where I do it, and I always meet that goal, no matter what. You know, just like today, I'm gonna be staying up until I get all my collaborations. Plus, I think only 2 or 3 new narrations to get myself back on my feet. So I'm gonna be up very, very late, probably like 5 a.m. But I need to get stuff done.
Nice, my dude.
Yeah, we've had some really good growth. I'm gonna go ahead and update right now, but yeah, I'm at 278, which what is wrong with 278 people to where they, you know, feel like they want to come back for more? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you in here right now?
Completely little change, but Heather B says, do SCPs that you haven't, or, sorry, it just got another. Do SCPs that others haven't, please. Definitely. I've found some cool SCPs that people haven't done. For my first couple SCPs, I want to do some, you know, stereotypical, just so I can kind of get the rhythm down. But then after that, it'll be, I'm going to do some deep digging, you know.
Yeah. And Heather B says, that's a good goal, Leon, but you need to make sure that you take care of yourself too. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I'm gonna be trying to keep up to 2. I want to see how that goes. I'm gonna keep it up for as long as I can. I don't want to. I'm gonna be able to do it forever, just because high school. I'm still a senior, haven't graduated yet. But once I'm graduated, just again due to some personal issues, the day I graduate, I have to move out. So once I do that, I should have a much better uploading schedule, if all goes well after that, to where I can do 2, maybe even 3 a week, because that's when I'm going to have nothing but work. So yeah, it's just going to be a little bit of grinding right now, just getting down to it, and getting back to where I'm enjoying it, and I'm not really being anxious about where I am. Ms. Catmac says, you did good videos, that's why I come back for more. Thank you very, very much. That means a lot to me. Quality is one of my top things to get done, you know, that's why I've been upgrading mics like that. Went from, you know, having my laptop mic for my first 4 videos, which was atrocious, to a Blue Snowball mic for only a couple weeks, only a few weeks. Then I got my Blue Yeti just recently. Yeah, I'm gonna keep upgrading as much as I can. I'm set back now, so I'm not gonna be upgrading until I'm probably at least halfway through this year, if not later. Alright, so we're still at 6 and everything going right. Alright, so is the audio okay? Is the, you know, background ambience too loud or anything?
Yes, it's fine. I actually don't know because I'm not listening to it.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
Thank you both, Ms. Catmac and After Dark Analysis.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that I see people, you know, that fail. I don't like the word fail, but they have amazing voices and even maybe good mics, but they publish once every 3 months, and you just can't expect to go anywhere with that sometimes, you know?
Yeah, and we've seen people who started having a more consistent and more frequent upload schedule, who have just like started to take off. Like Raggedy Anzy, she used to be pretty spacey between her uploads, but once she started uploading more frequently, she's taken off, and I'm really happy for her. She really deserves that.
After dark, I'm using Blue Snowball as well. Not now in the live stream. I'm using my computer, but in my videos. Yeah.
Yeah, consistency is a big one too. Yeah, so quality and consistency. I'd say, you know, that's a good point.
In some cases, I would choose consistency over quality.
Yeah, because one of my favorite narrators, who isn't like a big narrator, one of my favorite ones is Memento Mori. I'm sure a few of y'all know about him. If not, definitely go check him out. I have to see if I could post a link or something. But he's amazing. Really good voice actor. The problem is he doesn't upload that frequently, and I would love to see him upload a little bit more. I'm not sure what's going on in his personal life, so you know I'm not judging him or telling him he needs to upload more. But that's just an example of someone who could really be someone big. He's amazing at it. Yeah.
Yeah, talking about mics, Blue Snowball, I'm very impressed with it, especially for the price.
Exactly.
Very impressed.
How much is that one again? Like 60?
I got mine for 50. 56 for all total with the pop filter, so I would say it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, you need a pop filter.
It is absolutely necessary. I think my first one I did with my Blue Snowball, or was it my Blue Yeti? I didn't use the pop filter. It was the story Notes to the Girl whose attic I'm living in, or whose house I'm living in. If you go ahead and watch that one, you can see that there's definitely something wrong with the quality. There's some popping and a lot of static in the background. She paid, yeah, Miss Cat Mac said she paid $60.
Yeah.
With my
like around average price.
With my Blue
But I got
Snowball.
the ice because there's a difference between Snowball and ice. But I got the ice. Maybe it's the same thing. I mean, it's not the same thing, but maybe you guys are talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
The ice is a bit cheaper because it doesn't have like certain settings, but for voiceovers / narrations, I don't think you need other settings because it's like for surround sound or something like that. Something I wasn't interested in, so I just got the cheaper ice version.
Yeah. After Narcanalysis says, forms a Blue Snowball Club, F the haters.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, you don't really have to upgrade from Blue Snowball until you get much further. I don't know, it's something about going back and listening to where I was. I was really scared of if I'd get further, I'd look back like, man, I still have crappy quality. Because when I went back, I watched my ones where I used my computer mic. Those were awful. Those were terrible. I'm not sure why those got any likes at all. Those sounded atrocious.
Well, I mean, we all start from somewhere. I mean, go back to definitely Mr. Creepypasta, Creepstick Pasta, Mr. Nightmare. With all of those big guys, they had pretty bad quality for some time.
That's true. I went back and watched Mr. Creepypasta's very first video, which was, I think it was back in 2010. I'm pretty sure.
8 years
I watched it a while ago. Yeah. And it was as bad as my computer mic. Or even worse. I think he was using like a iPod or an iPhone or something like that. It's
pretty bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey.
And even just like the voice acting, he's improved so much. And two of my biggest ones, or actually three for biggest voice acting, has to be, the big three, of course, like Mr. Creepypasta, Creepsmith Pasta, those two. But also, I guess four, because I didn't think about adding Creepsmith Pasta. But Clancy Pasta, which I'm pretty sure you all know, he's in Swamp Dweller's live stream. My hero, Clancy. He's really good at voice acting. And of course, Mori, again, I have to include him in there. But yeah, voice acting is a big thing, which I'm still at a loss for how to do. I've been watching videos on how to be better voice acting and how to be better voice acting, how to be a better voice actor and stuff. And it's just, I have a feeling that I have to practice more. But it's just, I'm not happy at where I am with it. Oh yes, Doctor Creepin is amazing. I have to agree with you there. And that British accent, the deep voice, him and Nature's Temper.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't really like to admit this, but I haven't heard of him before. I listened to Elmer and Elsie. Elsie, it was one of the names, but it was a really good story, and he narrated it. You know, that was the first one I listened to, and that was an amazing story, and the voice was amazing. After that I just binge watched a lot of his narrations. Really good, very talented person.
Honestly, honestly, I am surprised that he's not a bigger channel.
Oh yeah.
Like, I expect him to at least be on Nature's Temper's level. And how interactive he still is with the comments and stuff, and just the people who watch him. Like, I nearly died when he, I guess the official term is loved my comment, now where he had a little heart symbol.
Yeah.
I freaked out until I realized, he does that to everyone, because he's still not a big channel, which I didn't even think to check how many subs he had. But I expect him to at least have like 15,000.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I would plan to do. Like, as long as I can, to always reply. I will always reply to comments unless they just don't make any sense. But I will always try to like and reply, and always just try to communicate to fellow narrators that comment, and just audience and fans. I will always try to do that. But I'm just saying, if I may or may not get bigger, but if I do get bigger, I obviously can't keep up with that, but that's something that I always push forward to.
Yeah. One second, I have to go through because I have to double check this. But yeah, I'm very active. I heart every comment, which I guess makes it less special. But I always try to personalize my responses to each one, because I don't want to just say thanks to every single one. But I'm trying to find it. But there was one where a guy posted a comment in Spanish, I think, and I went ahead and I Google translated it just to make sure I could reply. And either I did reply, or it was because I remember it looking a little bit like spam, a little bit suspicious. So either I did reply to it if it was something legit, or I didn't reply to it.
I think you hearted it.
I probably did. That's just my natural reaction. One second, I'm going to be out of the live, I'm going to be in the live stream, but I'm not going to be able to see the chat for a second. Just because it's one of these two videos.
Going back a little bit in the chat, Miss Cat, that is the snowball you have is just a normal snowball. So I have the ice, which doesn't have the settings. So, it's pretty cool.
Still trying to find that.
Yeah, Miss Cat started out just recording on her phone, so.
Oh, wow. I know a lot of people did that. My very first generation I did on a different channel, which, oh man, I really, really, really wish I have that channel back just to, get that video. But yeah, I recorded that off my iPod Touch, and that was incredibly bad, even worse than what I had in my very first one here. Just both the voice acting, no music, and just quality. It was terrible. I really wish I had that just to post it again.
But yeah, both of them are really good. Lone Recruit, Blue Spooky, and Lazy Masquerade.
I think British accents are just perfect for scary narrations.
You do or you don't think?
I do, because British accents are... Well, because we both live in America, so we're used to American accents. So British accents are both just different, and they sound pretty good. One of the people I found off of Swamp Dweller's live stream, I think it was the very first live stream I was in. Not live stream, collab. Man, I'm not thinking straight. One of Swamp Dweller's first collabs I was in, he had a Scottish guy, and that was really cool. I want to listen to an Irish narrator too, but I haven't found one yet.
I'm pretty sure that's Spook Scares.
Is that really?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think that sounds familiar.
I don't think he's Scottish. I think he pushes. If he's still watching, he's the one that we were in.
Yeah, it was the very last one.
Sure spook scares, but I don't know what accent he has. Cause he had I have to look at it.
Alright, I'm coming back to the podcast because alright, I have my chat back up. I couldn't find it. I went through every single video. I might have deleted it if it was spam. No, I haven't deleted a comment yet, so not sure. Weird Net is Scottish?
Oh, Weird Net is. But no, there's somebody in the. I'm 99% sure Spook Scares was in the collab with. Guarantee it.
I'd have to go and check that.
Yeah.
Oh, I have. That's what I've been meaning to go to is Spook Scares. Which that profile confused me at first because at first like he had that whole feminine side one. I'm like, is he? Like not in a judgmental way, not in a bad way. I was just like wondering if he was trans. And apparently it was just a joke.
Wait, no, you're talking the Weird Net.
Yeah, the Weird Net.
I am
not
confused.
The. Yeah, no. Weird Net, the one.
I am confused now.
not the Scottish guy.
I'm still
from
on,
the collab.
Still on Spook Scares on the collab.
Yeah, but apparently I don't think that he's trans or the unidentified gendered person is trans.
What was that?
That was me brain farting and it came out of my mouth.
Yeah, that just happened, but literally just like staticked out. So.
Oh really?
It sounded real weird. Yeah.
That must have been really loud because I have my mic like blocks things that are too loud and I'll kind of like hush them out. So that could. All right, sorry about that. TBPHT. You know what? That I know it's an acronym for something. I probably know the channel, but I don't know it by the acronym. Yeah. That I was figuring that Avatar was a joke, because he had some like conservative posts on there, which I used to post about politics too, but I saw that was hurting me, getting me dislikes and like losing followers and stuff. So I've decided to keep out of politics. That's one of my rules, is to not do politics on my channel or on my Twitter.
Mm-hmm. You don't even want to bring politics into the horror community.
Yeah,
unless like politics affect somehow the horror community.
Yeah, because I've seen people on completely different spectrums of then what happens with that and stuff. So I just decided, to minimize the amount of drama. That's what I'm looking for. To minimize the amount of drama, both that I'm in and just in general. I'm keeping out of politics. Keep my personal opinion off. Unless it's something like Logan Paul or even, God, what was that guy's name? There was some guy. It's been trending all over Twitter, so I'm sure you guys know of him. But that guy who was just accused about being a pedophile, that would be something I would speak out against, because that was obviously a joke, and now it's ruining his life. But other than that, I really try to keep my opinions to myself, just because I hate drama in the horror community. I think it splits us apart and ruins people. No, not Harry Weinstein. It was a YouTuber. He made some joke about child porn. A joke, mind you, just like a complete joke. He said it was a joke. But yeah, then now he's being accused of being a pedophile. And yeah, Shane Dawson, that's it. Shane Dawson.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that whenever I was playing SCP thing. I don't know anything. I don't know too much about it, but I've heard about it.
Yeah, from what I've seen, it was just a joke, and he's come out and said, it's just a joke, and he's very, very emotional about how he explains that it's just a joke. And still, you have, of course, Twitter and other, not Twitter itself, but clickbaity news sites who are getting promoted or like paying to have their stuff promoted on Twitter, who are trying to push the narrative to get more clicks and stuff, and it's just ruining both his reputation and his channel and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to avoid as much drama as possible in the horror community which is why you won't see me speak up against a lot of things unless it's just terrible.
Or, I mean, I don't think even if it's terrible, unless it's affecting me.
I understand that. But like, Logan Paul wasn't really... No, it was... I was concerned about what it would come to the horror community. But even if I wasn't, I would have to speak out against what he did.
Yeah. So, going back to the Slender Man thing, and I just got another comment saying, what creepypastas did you have in mind? I'm curious. Well, now I can answer that later.
Yeah.
We just went over that. Pen Pal Baraska. Do you think 1999 would make a good movie?
I could see it being a good movie, you know, having the clips of it from Mr. Bear's Cellar and all the other TV shows on there. I could see it being good.
Yeah, I could see it. I'm trying to think of... I swear, there's one on top of my tongue. But the problem is, I think creepypasta should stick toward shorts. I mean, we're going all the way back, but that's just me. I have no idea where Edge is. Yeah, definitely, Heather. The horror community can be, they definitely have on and off days I've seen. Where one day it's, you know, all happy, and then the next day it's complete World War I trench. I mean, I just don't understand some of that. So I'm curious on where Edge went. I have no idea where he went. He just disappeared. So hello, I am Spades of Death.
Sorry about that.
Okay, never mind. I have not. Nothing happened. I did not say anything. Shh.
Were you trying to turn my stream into a shout out for yourself?
No, I was gonna take over your channel, which I don't think anybody would have liked anyway. So
yeah, alright, but
maybe
I'm
that
back.
was the plan.
Sorry.
That was the plan.
You know, that's why I'm gonna have the push to talk thing on.
Yeah.
Alright, so what was going on?
Nothing. You just went. Heather B said the horror community can be super rude. So I just kind of answered.
Yeah, like, alright, I think this is over, so I think I can talk about it. That whole thing with Devon 7 and Freaky Faith and Jeeps. You know, I think no matter what my personal thoughts on it, I think there were things to be concerned about with that. But the way that Devon came about it was rude and was in a clickbaity kind of drama starting way. So, you know, I think there are things that are reasonable to get upset about. But yeah, I can definitely see how people come about in the wrong way and are just absolutely rude. And people who even just want to start drama, whether it's for more views or, you know, just to start drama.
Yeah. Yeah, there definitely is ups and downs in the horror community.
Yeah, like one of the things I noticed as soon as I got in there was how committed and how welcoming everybody was in this community. You know, like I had been uploading for a while now. Like before then, like I had 2 videos up already, which were like 3 weeks apart or something. Before you introduced me to the horror community on Twitter, which as soon as that happened, I got like 10 subscribers or something, which, you know, especially at the time, that was mind-boggling. But, you know, just in one day. So the community is definitely amazing, but it does have its downs as well.
Creepypasta series full of shorts. I don't know what you mean. Oh, okay, I know what you mean.
Like
so there's just a creepypasta series full of shorts. Oh, that's pretty interesting. I would like that.
Yeah, you know, like I used to watch. Well, we got me into the whole creepypasta thing itself, like actual creepypastas. Whereas when I was 8, I was addicted to ghosts and stuff, which got me to finally listen to my first creepypasta narration. But also, I before, without even knowing it, I'd been watching short films of creepypastas. I'm sorry if you hear that in the background. I still live with my parents, being a senior in high school. So there it sounds. And there's also a cat in my room. So you may hear me scream because he likes to bite me. But yeah, I could definitely see like I think he's talking about like a TV series full of creepypasta shorts. Like the Twilight Zone was amazing. And I heard about Black Mirror. That's a thing.
I heard about it. It looks pretty good.
And it's something similar to that.
Yeah.
Remember whenever we were on a live stream with Elder's Vault? And that's whenever, I was introduced to Black Mirror and stuff. I haven't watched it yet, but I will. But man, back when he was at our level.
He had 82 subscribers, then he got onto that video. He now has 2,000 plus.
Yeah, he has 2,177 or something. 2,170 something.
Yeah, wow.
Which, I'm not jealous. I'm just like, great props to him. But, it's just...
Yeah, really crazy.
It's insane how he's taken off. Because he got on Nightmare Expo and stuff.
I think Nightmare Expo is near 100,000 or even past 100,000.
I can't even imagine that. Like, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about it, so I won't give out names, but I have a collab coming out with a person with 17,000, which I don't know why, but I'm really, really nervous. Like, I have knots in my stomach about wanting to sound the best. You
were on a much bigger channel before with Swamp.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a shout out from it's the same person I got a shout out from, which got me to 100 and then 200 and now almost 300.
Well, this is narrowing it down.
Yeah. I mean, oh well. I'm sure it's not like a huge secret or anything.
Yeah, it honestly doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I have something coming out with that, and that's... Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm queasy, and... I don't know why, really. I want to sound my best and everything, but... I don't want to sound too different, so then they come here and they're like, oh, what's this guy doing before? They don't want to stick around. And also have to get everything in order before them, because I don't want them to just come and like be exactly like they were when I first got that shout out that got me up here. And like be where, oh, I'm here now, and he stopped.
I think it'll be fine.
Yes, I do get flustery. I start talking fast and I'm nervous, and I'll start stumbling my words. Speaking of, whenever I do narrations, I repeat. I would say I go about 2 sentences I can go without making a mistake to where I have to repeat the sentence. I'm not good at live readings.
Yeah,
although if y'all want later in the stream, we can attempt one.
I can do a short SCP.
That'd be acceptable. I have a couple short
Alright guys,
stories.
Should I do a short SCP right now? I got one pulled up. This is perfect.
1 second. Let me type something in chat. Alright, you have your answer.
Alright.
But I can attempt one, yeah. We're waiting, Spades.
Well,
No pressure.
I'm going to wait. Do it. Right.
Do it.
You guys ready for a big letdown?
I always am whenever I'm talking to you.
This is so short, but it's amazing. And alright, here you go.
How
guys.
short? If it's too short, I'm gonna make you do another one.
Okay, well, I'm already gonna do another one. Alright, here we go. Item class SCP.J. Object class meh. Special containment procedures. In a box in my office. Description: It's a rock that makes you procrastinate. Audium, probably Memonic or something. I'll finish writing. Oh gosh, I already messed up. I'll finish writing this up later. Dr. Vang. Boom. Live reading. There you go. Bam.
That was lovely.
Did it, guys. Woo!
I just thought about this. I was gonna try a live reading of a no sleep story, but I don't want to end up like you. But I mean, this is a live stream. I'm sure that they won't have a problem with it. And if they do, they can't stop me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
It's my turn.
Put a lot of work into that.
Yeah, that's great. I'm
going so long, and that was so hard, especially because I stutter sometimes. So I will attempt one later, maybe. Depends.
All right, I know I have a short one up here somewhere. This is pretty short. Wait. All right, sorry if y'all heard that. It's my cat again. Alright, this one isn't as serious. I can go ahead and do this one.
Ooh. Here we go.
How about this one? I point out the driver's side window and look down at Gary, who continues to stare at me sideways. That's a no. I don't bother pushing the issue. Gary has peculiar tastes. Oh god, bad grammar's gonna give me this one. Spends enough time... Oh. No, that was just me being... stupid. Right. Spend enough time with someone, eventually you realize there are parts of them you'll never understand. I sigh, and continue down the interstate, flipping... What? Oh, flipping on intermittent wipers. It's raining softly. A catchy tune comes on the radio and I turn up the volume. In the distance, I can see a rainbow shimmering. My mom always said a rainbow is just God smiling down on you. Gary smiles too, but for different reasons. When I woke up earlier in the morning, I hadn't planned on this kind of day trip, but as soon as I walked downstairs to say hi to Gary, I knew something was up. From the empty look in his one good socket, it was obvious Gary is feeling alone again. And who could blame him? After being cooped up in the same place for so long, he needed to change. He needed a new friend who could help pass the lonely nights. I suppose I should have seen it coming. He always gets like this once springtime rolls around. When the sun emerges from flowers... when the sun emerges and flowers dash the garden with color. People crawl from their homes like rats from a nest. I could almost imagine them lifting their noses to the wind, sniffing around for a new place to eat or fuck or shit or piss. Yes, spring's a time for new friends and fresh beginnings. It's not Gary's fault for being sensitive about... It's not Gary's fault for being too... It's not Gary's fault for being sensitive to these kind of things. Suddenly, I see just what we were looking for. Gary doesn't say anything, but I can tell he's definitely on board with this selection. His teeth gleam. Spend enough time with someone, eventually you learn to interpret their varying degrees of silence. Gary taught me quite a lot about silence. That's the one! I clap happily. I pull over the side of the road and roll down the window. My face a mask for good good-natured friendliness. Hi there, I say. Where are you headed? The sun's completely dipped behind the mountains by the time I finally back into the driveway. Yellow headlights bouncing off the splintered shingles of my cabin. At the end of a long yawn, I glance down at the gas meter. Nearly empty. A little lower than I expected, but understandable considering how far I live from the border. Besides, so much dead weight can really mess up your MPG. I turn to Gary. Good trip, buddy, I say. Time to go to work, eh? Gary smiles at me as I pick him up. Such a tender soul. He liked to be held, carried around the curve of my arm like a baby or a small dog. I pat the top of his smooth skull, right above his good socket. Then the one my shovel didn't cave in all those years ago. I close the door and walk back up the cabin steps, ignoring the frenzied pounding coming from my trunk. I chuckle. Gary's a lucky guy. All his new friends are always so eager to spend time with him. My boots scuff off the linoleum, as I cross the small kitchen and open the cellar door. I have to duck as I descend down the warped, rickety steps, as I fumble in the darkness for a moment, careful not to drop Gary. That will make him really angry. I finally locate the dangling cord and tug, illuminating Gary's playroom, all of his friends gleaming white in the light of the swaying fluorescent. I set Gary down with the rest of his body, in the middle of his big bone pit. Oh, that was weird. In the middle of his bone pit. His favorite place in the whole house. Gary's teeth seemed to chatter against himself in excitement. Poor guy, always needing more friends to keep himself entertained. And if I get lonely as him as easily as him. No. I got lonely as easily as him. Well, I just wouldn't know what to do with myself. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to do that sentence again. If I got lonely as easy as him, well, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. Not much longer now, I tell him, heading back up the stairs. She'll be down here soon enough. I just have to boil the meat off first. Outside, the night is quiet. No neighbors within the first 20 minutes. Nobody hear the muffled scraping of my trunk. Nobody hear the buzz saw in the dead of night. On my way to the tool shed, I whistled a catchy song I heard on the radio earlier. In the kitchen, wrist twitching like a stir fry. In the kitchen, wrist twitching like a stir fry. In the kitchen, wrist twitching like a stir fry. I don't know what song that is. Alright, booyah, right?
There's your live reading.
Yep. Man,
there you go.
That was better than my other ones in terms of mistakes.
We had a couple. Can we get a round of applause for Edge of Night Narrations? His first live reading.
Looking at the comments, apparently not. I'm just kidding, you guys are so awesome. I probably just put y'all to sleep, which is good on my part, you know?
Yeah.
Although I don't think it's done in the live stream just yet. By the time they're hearing this, it will be.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see the delay.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It's like, we'll see you guys' comments, but we would already be on to something else, so.
Yeah. Alright, what else do you want to talk about?
Yeah, nothing. I'm still reading the Slenderman stuff, so.
Ah. Heather B said, sorry I had a cat walking on me. You understandable. Man, I always forget, like, I watch a lot of live streams. I'm active in a lot of, like, Swamp Dwellers and Clancy Pops' live streams. But I can never remember how they end up stretching out the time.
Oh, they also have, like, 5 people in there, so usually can get some randomness, you know?
Yeah, which is why our next live stream, we're going to have some more people in there. Just like Miss Cat Mac, you know, anyone we can, really. It doesn't even have to be narrators, it could be other people, too. We're not picky.
Sometimes. Yeah. Definitely.
Right. One thing we do is like I lost my idea. Crap, I forgot what I was gonna say. And now my cat's making a lot of noise.
Nice.
What are you doing? That's a box. That's a different box.
Oh.
Alright, no, it's just gonna be... That's no way to end that. Alright, so, Spades, I have a question for you. Alright, so, So, this is like this has a few parts to it. After Dark Now, it's just a kitten. Alright, so this is a few parts to it. So one, where do you want your channel to go eventually? Like, do you want to live off of it eventually, or just kind of wherever it takes you? And also, did you hear my cat?
Cat meow in the background.
Yeah, sorry about that. And also, would you ever monetize your videos?
Okay, so the first part is I could, even if I wanted to, I can never live off of it because of the fact that one, horror narrators get little to no views compared to like gaming channels and such, so you would never get enough money because most narrators set up Patreons just to support their channel because they don't even get monetized for most of their videos. It's an option that I can monetize in the future, but I'm not planning on it anytime soon. I would much rather do a Patreon I would much rather do a Patreon instead of monetizing videos because it's just you can donate if you want, but that's it, you know.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah. So.
All right. Personally, for me, stop chewing on my headphones. All right. Personally, for me, if I could do this as a full-time job, and you know what I want to do for a career already, it would be a really hard decision because what I already want to do for a career is something I want to do out of passion, which, you know, just like this is a passion. So it'd really be a battle between that. I'd have to see at the time. But in the future, my main goal is to be a cop someday. Once, you know, I'm old enough to go to the academy and stuff. So quitting that would be difficult because that's something I want to do since I was probably the first thing I ever wanted to do. So that would be hard to do this full time and quit that. But it's something that, you know, I would definitely consider. Now, in terms of like what I want to do with my channel eventually is I don't want to quit this anytime soon. I want to keep this going for as long as I can, even for like, you know, 80 years old sitting in a chair. I would still want to narrate, I bet. I still want to do that whenever I'm older. So I want to keep doing that. And in terms of monetizing my videos, I'd monetize them, like have ads on there, unless, you know, I get like a lot of oh my god, cat. Sorry about that. So I would, yeah, I'd probably have monetization on there unless it wasn't worth it. You know, like I wasn't getting a lot of views and all I was doing is really kind of taking off the viewers. And then I wouldn't do that. Now having a Patreon, that's a hard choice for me too, because that's like getting money from the people, which I feel really weird about that. I don't know why, but I don't know. It's just I might at some point, but right now I don't know. It just seems kind of weird for me. And he's still attacking the boxes.
Nice. I understand where you're coming from, weird, but I would prefer Patreon over monetization, but that's just me.
I get it because like they have a choice to donate or not to donate.
Obviously, nobody's forcing you to, and the whole point is like for Patreon, it's kind of like Kickstarter, where if you donate, the person gives back to the donator by doing something.
Yeah. Like I know that Clancy Pasta has high MP3 downloads for his audience, early videos, shoutouts and stuff. Which, you know, that I can get that, and also I can get the whole like you have a choice whether or not to donate money, but you don't have a choice in terms of advertisements. You know, which I get that.
Another thing is that you can just do ad blocker at the same time. So
I'm not sure if does that work on YouTube videos.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah, turn on ad blocker on YouTube. You don't get any ads. I mean, for phones and such, that obviously won't work, but you know, yeah, you can do that. It's kind of good stuff. So there's ups and downs to both sides.
Yeah, most certainly. Alright, I'm trying to think of something else horror related that we can talk about. We did the Slenderman movie. We kind of talked about SCPs. We did live ratings and such. Alright, let's do the whole copyright. Let's get into the copyright.
What do you want to talk about? You thought of this, I didn't.
Yeah, alright, I'll go ahead and just bring up the like how it's affected the horror community thus far, and then you can get into your whole stuff with it.
Okay.
So for all those who are veterans out there in the horror community, you remember this especially in the true horror story community, where copyright strikes are being handed out like Halloween candy, pretty much. You know, like all the big channels are getting hit up with copyright strikes and stuff because they went to a free forum and they got stories and still credited the authors and everything. I hope you couldn't hear that. Like, stupid phone. All right. So yeah, big true scary horror story narrators were getting hit up with those because they didn't get permission for it. Personally, I'm not 100% sure on how copyright laws work, but I mean the fact that they were crediting those authors, and also the fact that it was a free and open forum where anyone could post anything, seemed suspicious to copyright that. But of course, YouTube doesn't back us creators, never has, never will, unless you're Logan Paul. So yeah, they were getting hit up with that. It was a huge deal. A lot of people had to go straight to only user submitted stories because they didn't want to take the risk. And now currently, Spades got hit up with some copyright or threatened copyright strikes, as well as I've seen other people having to get permission to use their stories from No Sleep, which is where I get all of my stories pretty much because I can't find anything on creepypasta.net. So yeah, having to get permission from the authors, which I can get that, you know, authors wanting permission. It's just that it can be a real inhibitor in your schedule, in your time, because you have to ask them, and then to get permission, and then you can start narrating and everything.
Yeah.
And so talk about how that happened with you, because that's an interesting story.
Well, quite honestly, I mean, I don't know what to talk about other than what I've stated in general, but essentially, it's just I didn't ask, because quite honestly, I didn't really think it would affect me. And though you hear about it a lot of times, you don't ever really hear about it on a small channel, because the chances of them finding that video is pretty slim. But I guess, I mean, if they type it in, it could happen. But just for any of you out there, just make sure you ask before posting. I've come to good terms, and those videos are still up, and everything's fine. It's just that you just make sure you ask before using really anything, especially Reddit no sleep authors.
Yeah, we've all learned
I've
that
heard
now.
those are the worst out of the bunch. Because, I mean, I haven't really heard of any creepypastas. But maybe they ask. I don't know. I usually hear Reddit is a big problem.
Yeah. And that's something I'm starting to do too, is getting permission and stuff. In fact, I asked for one of these stories, which I already had narrated it before all this happened, but my Audacity project was lost whenever my laptop decided to go through a Windows update while I was editing it. So I have to redo that one, and before I redid it, I wanted to get permission, and I still haven't heard back, and I'm not sure what to do. Because it's a good story. But I'm not sure what to do without that permission. I mean, like, I'm still, like, low enough on the radar to where I don't think I'd get anything, but you did, and, I'm above where you were then, so it's a possibility.
Yeah. I mean, also, though he wasn't, as well as Creep Files, if anybody's heard about him, I don't know what happened to him, but he just posted something that YouTube took his thing down, and then all of a sudden he just disappeared off the face of the web. I haven't heard from him since.
Yeah.
But he was growing like super fast, and he just said that he found on one day that his YouTube channel was deleted. He went on Twitter, posted that, and I think like a day later he deleted his Twitter. That is like an interesting story, quite honestly. But I mean, I guess it can happen to anybody.
Yeah, Miss Catmac is smart. She said, "I've always asked for everything: music, sound effects, images, stories, everything." That's smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely something we should all do now. Just no matter what the copyright laws are, one, it's respectful, and two, it's just a good idea. Cover your own ass.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, if you can't post anymore, you can't post anymore, and that's, like, the whole reason for posting. That sounded really stupid, I'm sorry. A cat! My cat is chewing on my arm. Alright. Sounds like a pasta strange.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that is.
Because we're talking about this, I kind of want to bring up, if you guys remember Mr. Nightmare's encounter with the Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that was pretty funny. So, if anybody doesn't know, Mr. Nightmare, believe it or not, used to narrate creepypastas and no sleep stories, not just true scary stories. And one story was Chuck E. Cheese, and believe it or not, that was a pretty good story. But a couple months, or maybe even like a year later, the vice president of Chuck E. Cheese basically emailed him and told him to take it down because I can't remember the exact reason, but it was false advertising or something, or something.
It was like slandering the business.
Yeah, he was laughing about it. He was like, "Well, yeah, I'll take it down, but I just embarrassed you, dude."
Wait, did he actually take it down? I could have sworn he didn't.
Yeah, he took it down. I mean, you can find the video because people downloaded it, so you can still find the narration, but it's not on his channel. Yeah, Lone Recruit. That was just on the wow. And then you think about like FNAF, like, you know, Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, did they get any calls from Chuck E. Cheese? You know,
maybe.
Yeah, Miss.
There's one on his channel. It says Mr. Nightmare's channel, or it's on the truth behind Chuck E. Cheese creepypasta.
Oh, it is.
I think it is. He might have just re-uploaded or something, but yeah, it was 3 years ago.
Well, I listened to that story 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's sad that he's gotten off the creepypastas and gone strictly to true scary stories, especially his original ones, because he wrote one of my favorite creepypastas of all time, The Peering Head.
Yeah.
That was such a good story, and he's not doing that anymore, which makes it sad.
Trailer was pretty good as well.
Yeah, that was really good.
And then Smile Daycare or something, Sunshine Daycare. Did he write that, or did... I don't know if he wrote that one, but that was a good one.
Yeah, no, I don't think he wrote that one.
Yeah. I don't know why he doesn't do creepypastas anymore. He just does true scary stories, which is a shame, but whatever he wants to do, I guess.
Yeah.
It's up to him, ultimately.
It is really confusing, because I was thinking that was, you know, like, I know that at the time, true scary stories were the more popular one, but I can't imagine it being so much more popular that you just cut out creepypastas entirely.
Yeah. Well, After Dark analysis says Five Nights probably changed things enough to not get a cease and desist. Yeah, that's true, because Mr. Nightmare did directly do Chuck E. Cheese, so if it was something like a made-up place that's similar to Chuck E. Cheese, I guess he would have been fine, but...
Yeah.
So it's kind of stupid.
I'm not sure if it's just a location I live in or anything, or this is just like after I was the age of going to Chuck E. Cheese, but we never had animatronic Chuck E. Cheese. We just had a guy in a costume.
Really?
Yeah. Whenever I was a kid.
Have you lived in this place?
Yeah, I lived in the same house.
Well, there's a Chuck E. Cheese by... like, everybody's going to be confused, but there's a Chuck E. Cheese by Walmart.
Yeah, I think that's the one I usually went to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, whenever I was a kid, I went there, and there was an animatronic, and I just remember blatantly, like, you know how the animatronics were on the stage, and you were in, like, the sitting arrangements, you know, or sitting.
Yeah.
And I just look up, and I see this kid, like, pull up Chuck E. Cheese's shirt, and you just reveal all the like all the wires and stuff. I don't know why, but that just scared me. Yeah,
that would scare me now.
Well, I'm pretty sure I had a nightmare that night, so...
I haven't had a nightmare in years. That I can remember,
Wow.
anyways. I haven't been able to remember a dream in years, actually.
I've stopped, but I've had a couple of nightmares where I've been getting stabbed and I could feel it.
Hmm. Well,
So
I know I
yeah.
have problems with nightmares still, because, I wake up in the middle of the night with cold sweat and, like, drained, I guess, feel like I'm drained, but I just can't remember anything, haven't been able to in years. And I've been trying to do that whole lucid dreaming thing, like where you try to
Oh yeah.
concentrate and those weird alarms and stuff like that. Haven't been able to do it yet. I've gotten close like 3 times before, like where I'm starting to see stuff, but I immediately wake up. But that's always something I've always wanted to do.
Did I tell you my story with lucid dreaming?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I mean, did I tell you? I can.
No, no.
Well, so lucid dreaming, if you guys don't know what it is, essentially being aware in your dreams, so you can kind of like control it and such. It's pretty cool. So, essentially, you have to have like your like conscience isn't there. It's like rest. So you have to, during your dream, you have to trigger something to realize that it's a dream. So this is the weirdest way how I figured it out, but so just bear with me. But have you ever had a dream where you need to go, like you're using the restroom in your dream, but it doesn't like ease the pain? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like that, and you keep trying to go to the restroom in your dream, but nothing happens. It's like the cessation is still there. Um, so then, so just a normal dream like that happened, and then the next night I had another dream with the same thing, like the urge to go to the bathroom. But then I'm like, wait, this is a dream because it's not, it's not working. And then I
Oh.
realized that I was dreaming. So then I started a lucid dream, and then I remember vividly just like splitting a mountain in half, and then I woke up. Like I
That's
just had like a
interesting.
force, yeah. I just like with like Jedi stuff, like I just reached out my hand and I just like forcefully like broke a mountain, and I could control it, and it was really cool. But that was the only time.
Huh.
That's my lucid dream
That's
story.
alright.
It's really interesting, and it's an interesting way, but it worked.
Just so if guys, if you're ever wondering if you're dreaming, just try to pee yourself, and if you don't pee yourself, you're dreaming. If you do,
Yeah.
sucks for you.
Pee
You're
the
not dreaming.
bed.
You just peed yourself.
Ooh. Ooh.
Now, Lone Recruit said, "Would you believe me if I've only been to Chuck E. Cheese twice in my life?" That's sad, man. I was like
Really? I would believe him.
I'd believe him, but that's sad. I went there like 4 times, I think. I was not
Hard.
invited to very many birthday parties. Alright, after that
All right.
analysis, it's great having you.
Yeah, thanks, man. I think we're about to go because I just gotta do some stuff. I gotta argue with some Slender Man fanboys.
I have
know?
to start recording. I'm not looking forward to
Yeah.
this. I have so much stuff.
Oh.
I don't.
Yeah, we
Oh.
need to do a big Discord thing soon.
Yeah. You have a good night too after Narc Analysis. Just wanted to, if you're still there, I realize I didn't wish you a good night. Just say bye. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to head off. Somebody is in need of help, and I need to help them. I think I'm gonna
Oh.
head off, guys. Yeah.
Alright, I'll go ahead and I'll see you later then. Hope everything goes
Alright.
okay.
It's not like anything major. It's something to do with a whole hive. Yeah. I don't know if she wants to, release it to the public yet.
Suspicious.
So, all right. Yeah, just shh. Well, good night, everybody. See you guys later. Good night.
Alright, so now it's just me and you guys. This is weird. Does anyone else want to join the live stream? It's kind of lonely here. Yeah, no problem. I enjoyed doing it. Live streams are awesome. It's kind of like nerve-wracking whenever you're live in front of everybody. Everybody is like 5 people. But still, that's quite a few people. Alright. Good night, Miss Catmac. Alright, since everyone's going to bed and doing stuff, I guess it's gonna be the end of the streams. The end of the stream, not all the streams. I'll have more. Alright, well, it's been great being here with you guys. Thank you for the interaction and coming along and staying and watching this for... How long has it been going on? Let's see. Just hope you didn't stream my little stream thing. This has been going on for almost 2 hours. So, thank you for putting up with me for 2 hours. Good night to all of you guys. Oh! Did you want to come on, Miss Catmac? I mean, the streams... I think most of you are leaving right now, but if you want to come on, that'd be perfectly fine with me. Where did it go? There it is. Man, this background music is kind of eerie. Yeah, I can still see that face in the campfire. Yeah, it would have been nice if we had more people, but I mean, I'm happy with the turnout. You know, 6 people, that's... You know, close friends, man. Close friends. I don't think a lot of people have their notifications turned on, so they wouldn't get notified of this happening. Well, actually, before I go, you know, I want to talk about my progress and such. Alright, I'll go ahead and I'll add you, Miss Catmac. Just give me 1 second. Alright. Let me search through here. Alright, I'll go ahead and try to add you. Alright, you there? If you're there, I can't hear you right now. Your little green circle isn't showing up around your profile. Man, the delay is crazy. Oh, never mind. It's my phone was behind. Never mind. Delay isn't that crazy. I'm not sure what's wrong with the microphone, but I can't hear you. Alright. Hello? Are you there? Yeah, I still can't hear you. Is there a problem with your microphone or something? Oh, wait, 1 second. Let me try something. Sometimes my audio is weird. Hello? Alright, yeah, you can go ahead and restart. It should be fine. Alright, 1 second, I have to get my... Hello? Yeah, so I still can't hear you. I'm not sure what's going wrong. Lone Recruit, no, my parents are still home. They just went to bed because it's 11:30. Alright, so while we're trying to figure this out, I'm gonna go ahead and just put my little rant up here for my, not rant, but just something for my 100 subscribers. Even though I'm at 300. Alright, trying to stop the cues from popping up here because I have to push to talk. But it looks like that's not gonna happen, so we're gonna have to deal with a bunch of cues going across the screen. So, I can't believe it. 100 subscribers came in a flash from where I was before. But Mr. Davis shouted me out, and my progress just blasted. You know, I gained 79 subscribers in one day because of him. So I pushed way past that 100 dare. Not dare, but that 100 goal. And then soon after that, I passed into the 200s. So, and now I'm nearly at 300. And I just want to thank all of you, both people who are here right now, people who have been here with me since the beginning, and people who are new. It's been amazing to see this amount of progress, and something I never thought that I would even do. Lone Recruit said, "Oh no, I meant as in, are you as in a scary moment thing." Oh, alright, yeah, I got that. You're never really alone. I have my cat. So yeah, it's been really incredible to see the progress I've done, and I couldn't do it without the other people in the horror community. But people who are showing me the ropes, as well people who you know, directly worked with me. Like Swamp Dweller, who allowed me on his channel. Miss Catmac herself, you know, like was talking to me. Just all of these things. Everyone in the community was so nice, and they're just always really helpful. And I couldn't have done it, and I wouldn't be doing this without you. So I want to thank you for being here, and I want to thank everybody who got me here. I don't plan on quitting anytime soon. Like I've already said, I plan to, you know, do this as long as I can. As long as I have the physical ability to, I will be posting. And I am working to get a more steady schedule, since I know that I haven't had one. So by the end of this year, my goal is to have just a more steady schedule, and B, a more heavy schedule where I have 2, maybe even 3 videos a week. So yeah, that's my goals. I really surpassed my goals last year. I reached 100 right at the end. Lone Recruit said, "I just found you, Riley. Wish I could say I've been around since the beginning." Well, man, if I keep growing at the rate that, you know, I have been, then it's gonna be, you can say that you've been there pretty much since the beginning, since I only started back in September. So, Miss Catmac said, "Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my mic." It's no problem. We can get it sorted out. We're probably doing the next stream in either next weekend or the weekend after that. So we'll definitely have you in on that one. I'm sorry, but we'll get you in. Don't worry. But thank you for trying, and thank you for being in the stream. Thank you all for being in the stream. So, man, I'm saying a lot. Just thank you for being here, and Lone Recruit, don't worry. You've been really helpful and really supportive. A lot of people in the comments have been really supportive. You know, like Stephanie Aaron. She commented on my very first video and stuff. Heather B has been active on my channel ever since she saw me in the Swamp Dweller stream, which I can't thank her enough. But all of you guys make this really worth it, and I can't imagine myself not doing it now, as because I love it. Miss Cat Max said I'll probably have to reboot my computer. All right, you don't have to worry about that. I mean, the chat I think is already pretty much pure. There's only 4 people watching now, but we'll go ahead and get you on the next one. Absolutely, we will. Sorry, I'm really sorry that didn't work out though, but we will get you in next time. So yeah, other things to look out for is I'm gonna try to featuring other people on my channel, just because I don't want to seem like I'm just trying to get myself up there. I want to get other people past where they are, and I want to help as much as I can, even though I'm still relatively a small channel. Even though it's myself, it's just like 270 people is astonishing, you know, because I consider all my subscribers to be close friends, because not everyone would just, you know, watch my videos and just, oh, subscribe, you know. It's a big deal. So I consider you all my close friends, and to have 270 close friends, actually to be exact, let me see real quick here, to have 279 close friends. I've gained one since the beginning of the stream. Thank you for everyone who subscribed. But almost 280 close friends, plus the ones I already have. It's incredible. It's like nothing I've ever had. Alright. A Lone Recruit said it's an honor, and we'll just have a recruit here on the Night Army. Yes, sir. And I also want to thank you again for the Night Army name. That's epic. Something I was thinking about doing is merchandise. Trying to get a design for that. I've been having some problems with it. I'll go ahead and pull up everything for that. Here it is. So I've been trying to get my logo onto shirts and stuff, but the problem I have is the background. You can like see that little square. I'm not sure how bad that would actually see on the shirt. It just looks off, and also that text is, I don't like it being white. I feel like it's too much breaking, but also kind of blends with that. So yeah, I am trying to get this done eventually. It's just right now it's not working too well, and no, I don't want him to have the original file where I have all of these in different layers and stuff, so I can't just go back and erase the background. Alright, I can't change this for whatever reason. But I was going to show you, there's an option to take out the background, but it looks odd, like all these other things are completely black, just like the background is, like around the eyes and around here. It's just, it looks weird. So this will be coming soon, eventually. So don't worry about that. I mean, I know most of y'all probably don't want to spend money on this, especially the prices. I want to try to get the prices as low as possible. I probably wouldn't even have it to where I get any money off of it, because, I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. So, this will happen eventually. I'm not exactly sure when. And it's not a huge deal to me right now to have merchandise out there, because I don't have the numbers of people who would want it, I don't think. But yeah, I am trying. So that'll happen soon. I'll get one myself. But yeah, thank you, Lone Recruit. Thank you for considering me a close friend. So all of you guys are awesome. And the stream has been awesome. I've loved having all of you here. I love talking to y'all, and I'll be back soon. All right. I'll go ahead and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll go ahead and pump out some narrations tonight. All right. Good night, guys.